everyone, and welcome to Financial Minds Meet the Experts. I'm your host, Jaime Agostino. On this podcast, we're joined by financial industry experts to talk about topics, trends, and themes that credit union professionals need to know. Today, we are speaking with Paige Barry, DefenseStorms VP of Strategic Partnerships. Paige, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited.
All right, so Paige, tell me about DefenseStorm. What does DefenseStorm do?
DefenseStorm helps credit unions achieve cyber risk readiness. We have a cyber risk management platform from which we offer products and services that enables a credit union to integrate their risk assessments, their governance frameworks, and the evidence that they use to present to auditors and examiners, their cyber threat surveillance or cybersecurity monitoring, and fraud detection into a single platform that is specifically designed for credit unions and other financial institutions. DefenseStorm believes that the approach to cyber risk, that really the same scrutiny should be used by a credit union to assess their cyber risk as they do their financial risks.
All right. So why is cybersecurity such a big business problem for credit unions?
The credit unions are continuously making changes. They are looking to make changes so that they can serve their membership better, they can keep competitive, and they can continuously grow. And while all of that change is great for business, it does increase the risk landscape. And at the same time, credit unions are continuing to change and evolve and grow and increase the way that they serve their members. The cyber criminals are evolving their business as well. The cyber bad actors, they've become like a cutting edge business. So they're out there evolving their way of stealing, unfortunately. And so while credit unions are looking to increase the services that they bring to their members, increase the speed and quality at which they deliver those services, all changes, especially digital transformation, increases risk. And so cyber risk becomes part of the product life cycle in deploying any new services to credit union members.
So what problem is DefenseStorm helping the credit unions solve?
So through offering a cyber risk management platform, what DefenseStorm's Grid Active platform provides a credit union is that single system where a credit union can build and maintain their risk assessments. They can select from many governance frameworks, including ASET and NIST. We're working on adding PCI to the PCI framework to the platform. And so they can execute or input their risk assessments, evaluate their policies and procedures, collect evidence, and then deliver that evidence in an automated way to their auditors and examiners, utilize DefenseStorm cyber threat surveillance operation team as an extension of their own information technology and information security team, and even monitor for fraudulent transactions, all on a single platform. And the way the platform is deployed is, that may sound very, very overwhelming. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of capabilities. Those are a lot of things. We do that. Maybe credit unions hear that and they say, boy, we're doing that with 4 or 5, 6 different systems. Well, a lot of our credit union clients start with us for 7x24 by 365 threat surveillance monitoring. That's how they start. And then they move into risk assessment and governance. And then we have other customers who, because fraud losses and the expense associated with fraud losses are so high, they start with us on the fraud detection side, and then they move into threat surveillance and risk assessments.
Right. So how many credit unions work with DefenseStorm, and why should a credit union want to work with DefenseStorm?
This is where I have so much passion. DefenseStorm currently serves 70 credit unions. And our smallest credit union has fewer than 8,500 members. The largest credit union we serve has more than 630,000 members. And of course, we have credit unions, right, everywhere in between. And DefenseStorm was built specifically to address the unique challenges faced by credit unions. And the reason a credit union would want to work with DefenseStorm is because of our sole industry focus. We are built for financial services. And the way we have developed our platform, the way we develop our solutions and our services, and the way we deliver those services through our people recognizes the unique operating environment of a credit union, meaning, the valuable assets that a credit union stores, processes, and transmits, the complex technologies that a credit union uses to deliver valuable services to its members, burdensome and increasing regulations, a drive for efficiency. Probably most importantly, what we understand and are very connected to as a technology provider for credit unions is the fiduciary responsibility that credit unions have for their members. Because of our sole industry focus, we really understand the business of financial services and provide an extension to the credit union of their information technology and information security teams. And we really become partners in fighting, cyber crime and cyber fraud.
All right. So let's say a credit union's, interested in the service. What does do the credit union board members then want to know about cybersecurity and DefenseStorm?
We have been asked on an increasing basis by credit unions to come speak to their executive leadership and to their boards of directors. I'll tell you, Jaime, that credit union boards are increasingly asking DefenseStorm, what should we know? What should we be asking the credit union leadership? And it really does come back around to cyber risk readiness and cyber risk management. Credit unions of all sizes and all complexity need a solid cyber risk management plan. And they need to have the support of executive management and their boards for support of that plan. That plan needs to be tested on a regular basis, whether that's through a tabletop exercise or something that might be a little bit more active. And then the leadership, the information security and the information technology leadership, even the executive leadership of the credit union should be candid with their board about what good looks like and where the credit union currently stands. DefenseStorm developed a cyber risk readiness IQ survey that we've had hundreds of responses from credit unions and other financial institutions. And we offer that free of charge to credit unions in order to answer 12 questions. And it helps give them peer benchmarking of where their cyber risk management program currently stands. And then DefenseStorm is here, of course, to help them continuously mature their cyber risk program.
All right. Well, in preparation for us talking today, I did go and take that readiness. So it's very easy, very quick, painless. And I don't, work in the security side of things, but it was very easy to do. So encourage anyone to go out there and do that. So are you able to kind of share with me maybe some real world examples of how DefenseStorm solution has made a difference for your credit union clients' lives?
Absolutely. Last year, DefenseStorm's cyber threat operations team observed excessive failed logins to 3 separate credit unions. And what they quickly noticed is those excessive failed logins shared commonalities, which we don't often see. Within 15 minutes, our team identified that those failed logins were associated with a financial technology company that both sells and services ATMs. And even though we didn't have a relationship with that organization, our team reached out to them. And from platform support team to platform support team, we called into their technical support line, and we did confirm that the company was experiencing a cybersecurity incident. So then what we did with that information is we went into our platform and we did a cross-organization search and very quickly found a list of our own credit union clients that had the potential of having a relationship with that organization. And we went about calling all of them. Now, several of them were already aware that that organization was experiencing a cyber security incident. However, there's one I've actually personally had a long-term relationship with who I called myself. And I said, hey, could you tell me if you do business with this company? And our credit union clients, yeah, we absolutely use them. And I said, well, we've become aware that they are experiencing a cybersecurity incident. And he was so grateful because even though he typically monitors forums like FSISAC, he had been away from his desk all day in meetings. And so he wasn't aware that it was going on. And he was so incredibly grateful. He said, DefenseStorm, you're so great at reaching out to me and to tell me about potential issues that would impact my credit union. He said, without your phone call, we wouldn't have started our incident response and probably until the next business day. So we helped them jump on the situation relatively quickly. And that's another power of DefenseStorm only working with financial institutions is we're looking for those trends that are unique to credit unions and then using that information so that our customer base is stronger together.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Any final thoughts for our listeners?
I actually have 2. And part of it was I was reviewing some of the content that we've built when we've done thought leadership for credit unions. And one of them, and it reminds me back to the question you asked about, like, what should boards be asking, or what should credit union leadership be focused on? And it's a quote from Warren Buffett. And he said, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin that. And if you think about that, you'll do things differently. And with cyber risk, I read the headlines today. There was a significant breach that was made public on the news today. And you think about the reputation damage and how I think that's even more unique to credit unions, or maybe not unique, but more poignant to credit unions, because credit unions so value the relationship that they have in the communities and the reputation that they have in the communities. And that's another way of looking at cyber risk readiness and scrutinizing that the same way you would scrutinize financial risk. The other thing I would say is just credit unions have a lot of choices when it comes to cybersecurity, risk assessments, governance assessments, testing, and they've got a lot of choices in terms of who they work with. And I would challenge all credit unions to really think about when they look at potential financial technology partners is to think, one is, are they solely focused on financial services? Do they really understand credit unions and how they operate? And are they a mission-driven business? And DefenseStorm exists to build a community of trust so that we can grow and thrive along with our clients. The way we deliver our services, I think, is very similar culturally to the way a credit union delivers services to their members. And I think that alignment makes for an outstanding long-term partnership.
All right. Paige, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. A lot of great information on DefenseStorm. And obviously, Viso Financial is partnered with DefenseStorm. So if you have questions, obviously, please reach out to your corporate account manager and we will put you in contact. So this episode of Financial Minds Meet the Experts is brought to you by one of Viso Financial's other partners, Know Before. The more practice and emphasis you put into security awareness, the better you'll be able to deal with social engineering threats like phishing, and cyber attacks, which is why Viso Financial has partnered with KnowBe4, an industry leader in simulating social engineering testing and security awareness training, to help you get the practice through our social engineering testing services. Make security awareness a top priority at your credit union with Viso Financial's social engineering testing services. Find out more by visiting our website at www.vfccu.org. As always, thanks for listening and make it a great day.